why your website sucks and how to get it to convert customers. So let's just start off with web design. So I'm going to pull up just some random websites searching on Google, ones that possibly are running ads, and we'll just go from there. And this can be any service industry could be even in e-commerce, but we're going to focus on service-based businesses. So first thing we look at when we redesign a website or work with a website or consult a client is how do we convert customers, or how do we get that website to convert customers? So like I said, websites, the design, it's really about telling a good story and then just try to sell somebody. But it needs to be clean, concise, and professional. So let's just pull up this. I just type in dentist. I live in Scottsdale, so we're going to type in dentist. We're going to just click. This person is actually running an ad, so they're spending money to this. So if I hit meet the team, it is going to their About Us page, which I don't know if that would be the best page for a dental because it's very confusing. It's just showing some random images of girls. Obviously, this one's a good one. This one could be a therapist. This one makes no sense. This one's fine. And then that one is. It's good that they have interaction from here, but there's no real call to action, right? It's just meet our team. You can scroll through this and that's fine and dandy, but it's not very beneficial in the aspect of a call to action on that. Like, hey, get free teeth whitening or teeth whitening for $10, book now. So obviously click this little button and that would be a great call to action for a dentist, right? Now let's go into a plastic surgeon. So I'm just going to click this one, Scottsdale Tummy Tuck. So again, they are sending to a different landing page as opposed to their home page. I can just double check that. So actually this is their home page. So you can see that this is the home page. There's no call to action on here. If I scroll down, all it is a picture of her. If anything, it should be about before and after photos on a plastic surgery's website. Even dentist things, before and after photos are a little better because it draws people in. They do have attractive people. It's the same person, but there's some images, like I said, aren't as clean. This is just really about her and who she is. And not really, people don't care much about who you are. They want to know how you as a business can help them. So again, there's no storytelling going on. It's just about her. It's a very self-centered website. So really you want a website that goes in here. It looks like it does have a slider where you can book a consultation and learn about. So that is true. There is a sliders. Sliders actually tend to decrease conversions from a customer standpoint. So I would always have something where it's a book appointment or things about plastic surgery to educate the client so you can warm them up, get them more connected with you, and get them to purchase and so forth. Now let's just type in plumber, right? So we come in Gold Star Plumber, right? It's very generic, $50 off any completed service. At least has a name where they can put in their information and hit submit, but there's no message in here. There's no call to action about the plumbing and so forth. So again, they're running ads to a very poor landing page. It's just a coupon offer. Type in personal trainer. We'll pull this up. So let's go fitness together. Have the energy to do what you love. So again, the message is a little busy all over the place. The images. There is information you can add, enter your stuff to do a complimentary signature fit evaluation. Again, that language is confusing for people. It also should be on the right-hand side, not on the left-hand side. Should be right in their face. This complimentary fit evaluation is not colored right because it's hidden. So when they click it, obviously it goes nowhere. And that's a problem. But it still has this entry here. So again, with fitness or anything, you want to provide value first. Like you want to really provide value to your potential prospects to engage them. So let's just type in a realtor. We'll come to a specific realtor as opposed to, again, Cybok experienced realtors, just very generic. And like I said, they're spending money right now. People are clicking this ad. They're spending money. This website's not even complete. Annual sales volume 0, annual website visitors 0, 5-star. This is an auto generation thing. That's unfortunately not complete. Again, things with realtors. What would a potential prospect want? And you can provide that call to action. So that's number one. You got to have a call to action. So I think you're understanding the themes of what's going on. You can look at legal services here. So if I skilled divorce lawyers, get your free case review. Everybody pretty much knows if they click this, it's just a sales presentation. So free consultation is just really a sales presentation. So what could you really provide of value? And let me dive into that here shortly once I kind of go through all these things. So we go to an accounting firm, find an actual accountant here. I think this would be, these are freelance accountants actually. So that's not a specific page. Connect with our top tier remote accountants. Leverage remote, obviously they have more of a call to action and they gamify it because they're a bigger firm. But let's dive into CFO services series. Consult certified accountants. They're actually running ads. So again, context of following, KFO, let's chat, that's fine. But again, there's nothing of value. So what I mean is, when you design a website, you want to attract them, convert them, and retain them. You want a clear design that tells a message, right? Like what you do, what you're about. Let me go to their homepage here. So Kent Dental, obviously it's Kent Dental. There's an image that takes way too long to load, which is not good. Play the full video. Again, this is a little better with teeth here. This is what's called above the fold, and I have to scroll down. This is a lot better with the before and after photos. This is actually great. That's really encouraging. But there's, where can I book an appointment? Obviously, you can call, free virtual consultation, no insurance schedule. So that's fine. So that's not that bad, but the problem is from a loading standpoint. So it's a lot more clean. This should actually where they should be sending people, as opposed to this if they're running ads. I would simplify the whole process and provide more value. Same thing with this here. So again, passion, experience, results. You just put some language on there that's not really clear. Passion, experience, results. What does it have to do with plastic surgery? Really, it's about meeting the client where they are. So again, telling that good story. And then it's from a conversion standpoint, here's a simple thing that this one was really messy. The original design, it was cleaned up, add an image of a person, a straightforward message, it improved 102%. So when you dive into the messages and the stories behind all these things, you want to tell a good story. Like, why should they work with you? What's the benefit? Obviously, if you can give them a call to action that actually provides value, which is called an irresistible offer, a lead magnet, something along those lines to opt in that we'll dive into shortly, that will help convert way more people. And I've done this for pet care, software, development, business coaches, painters, all of the above, right? But so we don't take forever. It can be done for any business for that matter, e-commerce, all stuff. Your website should be driving customers in your doors and providing value. So next thing with your website is the website desktop versus mobile. So a great little thing that you can use is what's my screen resolution.net. So you come in here, let's just steal this URL here, come in here, put the URL there in and just test this. And then you can see on all the different platforms they're on. So if I hit desktop, I can go to a 15-inch notebook, see how it works. If I go to mobile, let's go my Apple here, Apple phone 5. So again, if I get this down, so that is mobile friendly. So obviously this site is designed mobile friendly. If I go on a tablet, Kindle Fire, so that's fine. That site is designed mobile friendly. I would assume this site is designed mobile friendly as well because it's very simple. And so we add this one in here and test that. You can just check really quickly. That's fine. Mobile. Here we go. Actually, yeah, it's mobile and that's fine. So you should always test to make sure your site It works well on desktop and mobile. I see so many websites that don't work well on mobile, and now majority of people are searching on their mobile phones and using their mobile phones to do that. And let's see if I can find a website that isn't as mobile friendly and so forth. So this one they pull up. So there's there. So on the tablet, Kindle Fire, that's fine. Mobile phone here. So that one, fortunately, they're all mobile friendly. So that's good. Like I said, it's something you should check. It's something that we make sure all of our clients have is a mobile friendly site, because so many people use their mobile friends now. The next thing we want to address is website speed. So if we take this website URL, there's a few different websites we test the website speed. This is called GT metrics. You can test your site, and then also there's the Google page speed. So we're going to test both of these and see how well they perform, and it just takes a little while to pull this information up. So diving into website speed, so if you look at this chart here, so really you want a website to load in 3 seconds or less. So again, you're going to lose so many people. So a peak load time for conversion, again, 2 seconds to 3 seconds. So just in 1 second delay load time means a loss in conversion. So you can have 7%, 11% decrease. So 1 in 4 people will abandon a website. It takes longer than 4 seconds to load. 74% of users will abandon after waiting 5 seconds to load. For every 1 second speed improvement, the Amazon website conversion increased 2%. So it shows you how valuable a website speed is. This one's a little blurry, but it shows a 2.4 seconds at a 1.9 conversion rate, 3.3 seconds, 1.5, 4.2, less than 1%, 5.7, less than 0.6 conversion rate. So it's showing how important website speed is. So by this time, this should have loaded. So this is a big no-no. This is worse than an F score, and I figured that was going to be a problem based off of their website design. So they have an E out of an A, right? So it's worse than an F, so it loads really slowly on this one. So it's a 4 out of 100 for the mobile. So the mobile is loading in about 23.6 seconds. So really bad. Speed index on here is loading on the desktop about 4.6 seconds. So again, these tools can be very friendly. You can look into it and see what needs to be cleaned up and so forth. If you're familiar how to do that, obviously that's what we work with and so forth. So again, this takes way too long to load. It really needs a cleanup to make sure it loads more effectively. So let's just pull this website in here real quick, or we won't pull all the websites. You know what to do. You just go to GT Metrics or Google developers.google the speed here, and you can look at your website and see how long it takes to load. This is a crucial thing that you have to fix, because again, it dramatically will increase or decrease conversions depending on that. The next thing we always make sure is addressed is that you have tracking set up on your website. So when you're running ads, or even if you're not running ads, but all these people's website that I've clicked on are running ads. So if you click on it, so there's a tool called Google Tag Assistant. So if I hit enable and then I hit refresh, I can click this. So obviously they have the things installed. They have probably too many installed, because this is a bit messy with how many they have in here. 1.3, they have this installed twice, so there's a mistake there. So a lot of times people don't even have this set up, or it's set up wrong. Their Google Analytics setup is wrong. They also have the Facebook Pixel, and you can install this at Facebook Pixel Helper. It's a Chrome extension, and this is, like I said, Google Tag Assistant, and that's an extension on Chrome. You can pull that up. We can look at this one. So if I go to enable here and refresh on this, and obviously she has no Facebook Pixels installed, but she is running Google Ads. Her Google Analytics has an error because that's why it's yellow. Google Tag Manager is installed, and Google Site Tag Manager doesn't. So that's all fine and dandy, but she has no call to action. She's not driving an action. So if they book online, I'm assuming once they fill this out, it's not going into, because this has a yellow. So again, it needs to be cleaned up. So it's something that you want to address. So when it comes to tracking and why it's so valuable and why I look into this on all the platforms is it creates a math problem for me. So I can know if we're spending money on ads, how much money are we spending? Is it converting a lead or is it converting a sale, right? Or what the click-through rate is, what's the conversions on every different page if we're taking them through a step process, and where they're dropping off, what's working well, what's not working well to improve that. So again, to me, I'm a numbers guy. So whatever page adjustments, designs, edits, if it improves it, I'm happy. If it makes it worse, then I'm not happy and we got to make adjustment. So it's always about how do I get more customers that come to your website or prospects that come to your website to convert to customers. And tracking is the number one way to do that with Google Analytics. And obviously if you're running ads with Facebook, Google, obviously, or any other platform, LinkedIn, Twitter, all those tracking pixels need to be installed, and you need to make sure you understand what's converting, what's working to really benefit you from your website aspect. The next thing is a funnel. So for example, they ran an ad to meet the team page, which is probably the worst thing you can probably do. What you want to do is run an ad to what's called an irresistible offer. And unfortunately, none of these websites that I pulled up in any of these industries looks like they have any of that stuff set up, right? So business coach, let's check that one. Let's check Maricopa painting, but I'm going to assume none of that's set up correctly. So they have no call to action, call us painting. Again, should have at least some before and after photos, a better, cleaner message about what you do, why you operate. Dave, as a business coach, this is really poor, looking at your business from a new perspective. So again, things, and I see this all the time, websites are not designed to, and a lot of times they may be designed and they look nice, but they don't do what they need to do is drive prospects to take action and turn into customers and give you a call, warm them up, build trust, build credibility, and so forth. So when we talk a sales funnel or the sales process, what that does to create that. So initially what you want to do is you want to attract, you want to convert, and you want to engage, you want to sell, obviously connect with those people. So what determines the best system or what funnels we do is it's obviously the price and the offer. If you sell a really high ticket offer, you need to warm an audience up a whole lot more and provide a lot more value than if you're selling a $10 product or a service that's very little. Because if the service is very little, then it doesn't take much for people to convert. But if you're asking them, they give you 5 to 10 grand over a webinar or over a call or whatnot, you have to engage with them more so they trust you, because obviously the more money they commit, the more they have to believe in your services. So when you look at service-based industry, it's a basic funnel that drives most actions is an offer page to an application to a calendar to a confirmation. A lot of times it's to something, an offer that we call, like I said, an irresistible offer. So they want to do business with you. You have to warm people up first. You have to engage them. So again, right here, engage customers more effectively is always give first. What can you give somebody of value that they can go and take? And it could be as simple, like if you're a life coach, it could be a motivational program, 7 days to the most motivations you'll ever have. Download this free course. And I'll dive into those offers in more details on what an irresistible offer looks like, / lead magnets, / opt-in, and so forth. So first thing you should do when you think about when you're developing these things is, who is your audience? What is the audience? Have you created what's called a customer avatar? So this is an example, e-commerce Emma. She's 25, she's female, she's single. She has an online business owner. She's the founder. Her annual income, she was a college graduate. She uses Instagram to promote her business, her goals, her values, the books that she reads, the magazines, the websites she goes to, the conferences, the gurus she likes, the challenges she's facing, her pain points, her objections, role, purchase. So this will help with your offer and all those. So I highly recommend you create what's called your customer avatar. So it creates more clarity in your mind on what your messaging needs to be to that specific person. So now let's get into the offer. When you have a website, you should have a call to action that gives people what the irresistible offer is. So very simple, make it irresistible, provide value first. Always think about, how do I give more to my prospects? And then obviously that will come back 10 times in return and get you far more abundance than you want. So again, we have to think about, how do I solve their problem? So hopefully, like I'm doing with this video, this helps you solve a problem on how to improve your website to produce better results and get more customers with a website that you probably already have and you're spending money on, and it's not working it's not working the way you want it. So with that, when we solve their problems, we also want to do a few other things. You want to build authority, credibility, trust, and get them to like you. So if you can do all those things and provide that value, they will purchase from you. And then, so you have to think about, how can I service my clients more effectively today, or service the prospects that I want to turn into my clients more effectively today? So offer examples. So let's say I have a fitness business and I want to drive people to my irresistible offer. So a simple call to action could be like, join the 30-day green smoothie challenge. I run an ad to this. I'm going to get tons of people to sign up for this. It's a very popular thing. So 30-day green smoothie challenge, who doesn't want that program? So another one, free training sessions, how to build a large email list and audience from scratch. So again, they reserve my seat. I have Facebook, shows that I have tons of people engaged with my Facebook, all that stuff. So adds credibility to that. 11 advanced SEO hacks for more targeted traffic. Click here for instant access. So again, quick things that will drive people to sign up and give their email address so you can warm them up, then send them to a video just like I did with you. So another one is how to get 30 to 50 high ticket coaching and consulting clients every single month with predictability down to the dollar and day, right? So once you get them to their irresistible offer, right? So if there was an irresistible offer here and I clicked that button, I entered my email address or I entered my phone number, so then I can follow up and text with that person. Now I'm going to push them to either a video, content, email them, right? So the next step is, in that process, is the email marketing. Are you following up with people? I'm a big person in automation. I make sure everything's automated. So if you sign up for something, you're going to get an automated response. So how that first process worked. So we drove traffic. So obviously, if you're getting traffic to come to your website, we make sure they have that irresistible offer that they can click, add their email, text, they get an opt-in, then you provide valuable content, and then obviously you offer your services. Again, if they don't purchase right away, you provide more valuable content, and then again, offer them to purchase a service or send them to another irresistible offer that you might have that then escalates them and builds more value and so forth. If they don't opt in, you can do retargeting ads to get them to come back to you, and that's all done with those tracking pixels and so forth. And then you can complete that process, see what the conversion rate is, so that math problem is working for you and you're actually converting customers and getting your website to function like it should, or your sales funnel to produce. If they don't purchase, they then go into an email nurturing welcome sequence, right? They go through things that engages them, builds credibility, trust, still continues to position you as the expert and the authority, that eventually when they're ready for you and they keep hearing all your information, you pitch them and provide them and go through the sequence and get them back to the sales page or book an appointment with you, or however your business is set up for them to order your services or products for that matter. Another aspect is you can create chat bots or live bots that are more effective, and then SMS texting and all that other great stuff. But again, at the end of the day, all this comes back to, like I said, it's a simple math problem when I am working with websites to make them more functional or sales funnels. So the goal is, when you're running ads, how do we spend as little as money possible? So obviously, if you have your website, you're spending whatever you spend a month on your hosting service, and you're spending money every year on your domain name. So what does that cost? And is that driving customers in your door? What are their conversions? And that equals your cost per acquisition. cost per acquisition. So at first it might be a cost per lead, right? What are you getting from, how many leads are you getting first? And then once you get that lead, are you converting them to you following up with over the phone and so forth and all that stuff. So another tool that will be helpful is when you look at your website's SEO. So a little simple tool you can use is SEO primer here, and let's do this. And this isn't the best program out there. It is just a program that is easy to use, and it's a free tool that anybody can use. So if I put in their stuff and I come in here, obviously it helps if you're very versed in SEO and you make sure that you know what you're talking about when it comes down to. So this page is saying it's an A+, but let's dive into the details on this. So SNSL is enabled. That's great. I highly recommend from a site security standpoint, you use services like Cloudflare to get an SSL. It also will protect you from bots and other things, and implement site security things on your site, so you limit hackers and problems with that. So that should always be addressed, on your site. So if we dive into details here, your title tag here is Kent Dental Dentist Scottsdale. So that's okay, that's fine. Meta description doesn't have one, so that's not good. So that one ended up it turned out to be a C+ overall. So yeah, so there's a lot of problems here. Meta description needs to be added from the SEO standpoint for the on page. There's no header 1 tags. There's 12 header 2 tags. So this needs to be cleaned up. There's a lot of, so at least dental is one of the used 9 times in here. It's not used in the meta description, so that needs to be added. Kent is obviously his name, so Google best. So again, it should be dental, dentist, hygiene. Those are the keywords that smile, right, should be ranked for a dentist. Then phrases, there's Dr. Kent, days ago, Kent Dental. So again, it needs to be dentist Scottsdale, dental work, all those things, cosmetic dentistry, whatever services he offer. So his key phrases are not good. So obviously that needs to be cleaned up. Image alt tags, he doesn't have any, so that's a problem as well, and why his site might not be doing so well from a search engine optimization standpoint. You dive in here, SNL, so site security is fine. Site map is good. The Google Analytics is there, schema here. So you can see top rankings where he's ranking. Kent Dental, position 1, that's great, but probably nobody searches for that. Kent Dental Scottsdale, again, not many people search for that. The keyword that you want to rank for is dental Scottsdale, right? What is he? And none of these things are really that, because dentist Kent, unless people know him and know him personally, but at that point, he doesn't need to be ranking for those things. He needs to rank for dental Scottsdale, dental Arizona, dentist Scottsdale, and so forth. So those things, SEO can be tricky. It's like, oh, he got position 1, but really nobody really searches for that. So traffic from search, there you go, position 1, blah, blah, blah. Links. So again, when it comes to search and optimization, it's really about getting more backlinks to your site and making sure you're on page optimization. It's a popularity contest. So, when we work with sites and their SEO, we obviously help with all those things. Device rendering, so be here. So again, it pulls up here. You can see it's just that chat thing. So overall, the rendering's fine. The problem is the iframe is used with that video most likely. The favicon is there. Email privacy setup. Digital font sizing. Performance could be better, right? It's loading way too slow. So that's a problem. Social could be better. Didn't dive into any of the social aspect. So when it comes down to the website, like I said, break it down into the simplicity things. Is you always should have a call to action. You always should be driving things. You should make sure it's clean, concise, and it tells a great story. Depending on your business and how it works, it should load very quickly, and you should put enough into your work from the standpoint of having the SEO right. So then when people come to your site, they are doing something. They enter their name, their email, their phone number, to engage with you more, because at least if you capture that, now you can create a customer. And that's all starts with that irresistible offer. So if you want our help and you want to work with us, we're actually offering this amazing offer. So we normally design websites for around $3,000 to $5,000, but we want to do it totally free for you, right? And we're going to design everything, add the tracking, do everything. All that's for free. The only thing we ask is that you pay for hosting. So we have a monthly hosting charge of $37.97. We require you to purchase 12 months in advance for us to do all this work for you. We create your entire website, design it to attract more customers. We get the tracking in place. We set up the call to actions, set up the email marketing, and everything is done for only $37.97. So if you really want to take advantage of that, then please just click the link and sign up now. And click the link below, enter your name, information, set it up. You're just purchasing for a year of hosting, which you'd already have to pay for anyway, what you're already paying. So you can get rid of your old hosting, go with us and our hosting, and we will make sure everything's hosted, secure, has a call to action, so your website starts driving customers in your door. That sounds good to you? Just like I said, click the link at the bottom, and we look forward to working with you. If not, hopefully this was really helpful and you learned a lot, and you're going to go and make adjustments to your website today. Again, if you want to work with us, just click the link, fill out all the information, sign up, and we'll be excited to design everything, make things work for you. All right. Thank you. Take care.